All right, let's move on to the NHL, where all of a sudden the Predators have decided to wake up and get back in this.
Pekka Rinne has decided to stop some pucks.
And I think it's he's stopped I think he's only allowed 2 goals and 56 shots. They've outshot Pittsburgh every single game. One of the goals from Pittsburgh last night, or the only goal I think from Pittsburgh last night, right? They only scored one, right?
One, yes.
Was a
breakaway.
Breakaway. From Crosby, and it was a great goal, but he
also stoned him later on another one.
Yeah, but I think if I'm right, the way that Pekka Rinne has actually had his success in the playoffs is it's been streaky at points, and if he's going to come off of these 2 wins going into Pittsburgh, again, I think it's been magical. The crowds on both sides. I mean, you don't see any other jerseys in the crowd. I mean, it's just been complete home game fans and home game. You'd have other jerseys and other than probably Nashville, and you'd have Pittsburgh jerseys and the Ducks or the Kings. But getting back to it, I think if he gets streaky, he's phenomenal. I mean, he's really good. And their defense just wear down. They wear him down, and I thought it was just a great. They're just playing great hockey right now, and they're not scared of him. And now they got a kid that scored 3 goals in the playoffs. He's never scored 3 goals in the NHL. It's and he's in the American Hockey League last year, and it's been fun to watch. But I think if he continues to play goalie like he has in the next couple of games, it could be done.
I think the Preds are going to have to win Game 5. Now they were more competitive against Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh.
In Game 1, they should have won.
Yeah, they should have won.
They only had 12 shots. Pittsburgh only had 12 shots.
Pittsburgh wasn't very competitive in Nashville. I think whoever wins that Game 5 is going to win the thing, and I think the Predators can do it.
I think they can too. Yeah, it's just
they won't lose Game 6 at home if they win.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a must-win. For me, for Nashville. I mean, if they go into Pittsburgh and they lay an egg, they get the momentum back at home. So they, then it comes back to Nashville. They can win at Nashville and get the momentum going back to Pittsburgh. It's not over. And it's going to be. So I don't think it's over if Pittsburgh wins Game 5.
No,
but I think it's going 6 or 7.
But if you're Pittsburgh, boy, you don't want to lose Game 5 and go back to Nashville.
Because Malkin was actually, you wouldn't even see him on the ice almost. He was non-existent. The Predators have been playing good hockey. Their defensemen have been playing really good, and they're putting the puck on Murray. And what's great about it is they're having those little scrappy guys in front of the net to knock that stuff in. And great open netter by Forsberg last night from all the way from the other side of the ice to kind of seal the deal. It's been good hockey, I think.
Well, I think it probably could go. It probably go 7. I think Pittsburgh had a hard time closing out Ottawa in Game 7 at home. What was that, double overtime?
Right. Yeah.
So I like Vince said, they don't have to win Game 5.
And that's a good point. I mean, they went Game 7.
Right.
So the Preds is it now coming to the point where that Pittsburgh's showing that they're tired? I don't know, because am I right? Did they go Game 7 to the series before Ottawa?
Yeah, that was Washington.
It was Washington. They went Game 7 there, so they went 2 Game 7s in a row. Right. So now is it really? Are the legs getting a little to be like noodles? And the Preds have actually been able to be a little bit more rested. I don't know, but it's something to think about. So
yeah, the Penguins are good though. They're so good.
I agree.
They're so good, and I think it's going to get better. And if you look at just the scores, 5-3, 4-1, 5-1, 4-1, it feels a little like the NBA where those were never games. But that's only if you're not watching those games. Whereas in the NBA, somebody winning by 20 points, just wasn't close. But again, if you watch really closely that Cleveland second game, they were close. They had that game within 3. Late early in the third. So this is up. This is up for grabs. It's absolutely up for grabs, and going to be a great, just a terrific.
What was interesting was the second goal. Did you see this? How that all went down? So the second goal, right? They come around the back end of the net and they flip it in, and Murray looks like he's just what a phenomenal save, right? So then all of a sudden it keeps going on, and they're playing, and about 2 minutes into it, the horn blows like a goal, and all of a sudden they're like, "Well, what's going on here?" Well, they thought that maybe the puck had gone in, but they weren't for sure. But the game kept going, right?
Right.
So back wherever they are in New York or upstairs or wherever they are, they're reviewing this, and finally they found out that the puck actually went behind the line, and then Murray flicked it out, right? So then what happens? The game's going on, and the goal horn goes, and then they're like, they got to go look at it, and then like, after for you, good goal, and the place went nuts, and that was kind of a little bit of an air out of the Penguins also. So it was quite interesting. I've never seen that happen before, you know. So, and it's just the reason why is because he flinged it out, and the game kept going. So there was no like stop, to where they said, they whistled.
That's funny. It would go that long before it would get.
Oh, it went a minute and a half, 2 minutes before they did it. It was, they just wanted to make sure that they're going to blow this horn. They make sure that they saw some white between the puck and the line. So it's quite interesting. It's
a good series. It's going to be a good series, and
fun to watch.
Probably be a better series really than the NBA Finals, but as far as competitiveness is concerned,
we'll see. Give it a chance.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm inviting you. Watch a third game of NBA this year, please.